everybody. Welcome back to Young Adults Home Groups for 2021. And we are into a new year. No shade on 2020. I'm glad to be with my group while you're watching this. I'm glad that you are with your group. We are into 3 more Psalms tonight. But before we get there, I just want to put this out there. I'm going to say this next week, a large group too, Lord willing. We are at Calvary Chapel in need of a swell of enthusiasm for the work of the church in a couple key areas. And whenever we have these needs, people think about our group. And I think it's fine that they do, because I think that they should think about our group, and they think, man, you know who would be awesome to have helping us? All those people on Monday nights at Young Adults. So the Sunday school's been talking to me specifically. If you have time between about 11:30 in the morning on Sundays and about 1:30 for about 2 hours, Chris Clark and Chris Lieberman and Summer could really use your help, assuming that you walk with Jesus and that you would be an asset. They could really use your help with Sunday school ministry. And if you could think about just dedicating that chunk, I don't even think it would be every Sunday, but the middle of the day, lunchtime on Sundays, but I go serve God at my church on that time. Maybe pick up 8 o'clock service or 10 o'clock service, and then just jump into teaching a class. A lot of people in Young Adults testify to how blessed they've been teaching a class for Sunday school. So that's one thing. 12 o'clock service for Sunday school. Talk to Tim Beck if you want to know how great it is. Talk to Kevin Clark. Talk to Summer. Talk to Chris Lieberman if you want to know what a blessing it is to work with Sunday school. So noon on Sundays. Also, security and ushers. They really would love young, strong people to help with, especially security, but ushers as well. So, and that could be a one service commitment on a Sunday too. We're not talking about, 20 hours a week for the next 50 years. We're talking about targeted time where you say, in this time, I contribute to the work of the church. So I'll bring that up again next week, but just wanted to put it out there to your groups. Tonight we're going to look at Psalms 145, 147, and 65. I picked these specifically for sort of New Year's meditations. These Psalms get us into thinking about the past year, specifically with praise. I have a question about the theme of praise, praising God, that runs through all these Psalms. I wrote, the new year is upon us. Would you like to praise God the way God is praised in these Psalms this year? And what do you think you need this year in order to be praising God or to stay praising God like we see in these Psalms? So just think about the necessity, the need we have to praise God, and the kind of praise that is expressed in these Psalms. I have questions about the themes here of God's grace, gentleness, and mercy, and thinking specifically about God's grace, gentleness, and mercy as you experienced it over the last year. I think it's important to think about those things when we've gone through hard times, and a lot of us have. But how healing and helpful it can be, and refocusing and recentering it can be, to be like, but I want to think about the grace, gentleness, and mercy of God that I've experienced, even through things that I've been through recently, and specifically moving forward, God's grace, gentleness, and mercy. And then also running through these Psalms, great for the new year, just a meditation on the awesome things God does, his care for creation, his power that he shows in the way he takes care of things. And so think about that in these Psalms. And then I love Psalm 65:11. I always think about that verse when I come to the end of a year. It's a good thing to meditate and think about for the past year and the year ahead. And then, of course, just have some overall group discussion questions about how these Psalms can help you follow Jesus this week, and how you could encourage a friend who's struggling with these Psalms. So encourage each other, pray for each other, bless each other with your discussion of these Psalms. And Lord willing, we will see you back next week for large group. See you.